Okay, so in this video, I'm showing what I think is the best smartphone of the year. Now, it might feel like I'm just out here trying to get people to get upset at me because of my choice, but let's get into it. Now, while there were people who agreed with my choice for the tablet of the year, which by the way was a major shock to a lot of people because I went for a mid-range tablet, but still, I had people who, respectfully disagreed with me, but at the same time, I had people who were kind of upset that I picked that one. Now, just like I said in that video, this whole thing is kind of subjective, right? If you think about it, it's just my favorite, tablet or, phone of the year. And in this video, my favorite phone of the year is less likely to be the phone that you think it's gonna be. Now, I did move my main SIM card to my first phone number out of this phone here, which is the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and which is going to be the phone of the year of so many people out there. So I took out my SIM card out of the phone of the year for everyone else, and I put it in this phone, and I haven't gone back to this phone ever since. You can even notice it's still off. I haven't used this phone in a couple of weeks, or in a few weeks maybe. And that phone of the year is this guy. This is the Pixel 4a. Well, I mean, what I have here is kind of the special edition, barely blue code name. But the Pixel 4a is my favorite phone of the year. And before you go off in the comment section, I am aware that it doesn't have the performance of the Galaxy Z Fold. It doesn't have the performance of the A14 Bionic chip from the iPhone 12, nor the Snapdragon 865 Plus found in other Samsung devices. There are so many flagship devices out there that people are picking and that you should pick as your favorite phone of the year, because they are packed with those super high specs and also cost thousands of dollars, right? But by gosh, this phone at $350, what this guy has to offer, I'm still impressed. I'm very impressed, which is why I got this as my phone of the year. It is indeed, as you may have guessed if you didn't know, it is in fact a budget phone. It kind of leans towards, mid-range, but still a budget phone. This is not a review for this phone, obviously. I actually have made videos on this phone already. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, it has a lot more details because I'm not going to go into kind of like the technical stuff with this phone. Those videos have a lot more details about this phone. So I'm going to keep the links in the description so that you can check out those videos after you finish watching this video here. So it does offer pretty nice performance, especially when you combine that processor with that big chunk of RAM that this thing comes with, talking 6 gigs of RAM. It's a pretty nice and flawless experience. So that combo works pretty well to ensure that the end user is provided with a great user experience. It's very responsive, it's snappy, it's fairly smooth at the same time. You can navigate all the apps, the internet, and everything else with zero issues. This phone doesn't really exist to complicate your life, right? So it's a very simple, straightforward phone. The UI is pretty straightforward. You have Android 10 loaded in here, and that also is just so clean. It's such a neat UI and so easy to use. Plus, you have a few additional Google features that come loaded in this phone. Battery life is just fantastic. I'm talking a good 7 hours for screen on time, at least with my usage. And standby mode here is off the chart. If you don't use the phone, it's like it's not even gonna die. I mean, obviously it does, die, but if you don't use the phone, it will last you days. It does have an excellent camera on the back here. Well, Pixel phones are known for the camera, for pictures, specifically for photos, right? So it is really built, it was made for just the common person, the average person, someone who's not kind of like too interested, with the ins and outs of cameras or smartphone cameras, just for people who just hold their phone up and just take pictures, let the phone or let the software do the rest. So it's literally a point and shoot camera without thinking about anything else. You have an OLED display here, so great viewing angles, of course, great for gaming, great for watching movies, watching videos and things like that. Plus it's an overall nice design. I know that's subjective, but I personally think it's a very nice design. And if you happen to get your hands on the special edition, this barely blue, it's just so beautiful here. It's really easy to grip. It's supposed to be a small phone, but it's not that small. I mean, I've had the iPhone 12 mini and that thing, yeah, very uncomfortable to use. This guy right here, very comfortable to use, very nice to the hand. And of course you have that very soft touch. Maybe not soft touch, it's still plastic, but somewhat of a matte feel to the back here, right? It's really nice. You have some extra features here like the physical fingerprint sensor. You also have the headphone jack, and that fingerprint sensor is really fast, obviously because it's a physical one. Now, I'm not gonna push this video too long. Now, these were just kind of a few things that make me choose this phone as my phone of the year, right? So eventually I'm gonna move back to my Galaxy Fold, my Galaxy Z Fold 2 here, but as of now, this is such a fantastic phone. Like I mentioned, I've been using it for 2 or almost 3 weeks straight without going back to my Z Folds. I've been using this along with my iPhone, and I've been nothing but happy with it. Anyways, that was just my take, and I hope you found this informative. Now, if you do agree or disagree, make sure to put that in the comment section. Let's have a kind of a respectful conversation going, right? What is your preferred or your best phone of the year? Let's get that going in the comment section. I do appreciate that as always. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video, and up until then, stay safe out there.